quickly charge back to maybe in a taunt rotation to take it off your off tank or whatever. But your charge, intercept, and intervene abilities are now usable while in combat and in any stance, and will remove movement impairing effects when activated. So it's extremely strong. For PvP, for PvE, for absolutely everything. When you put in Flagellation in the mix against this, it's hard to say that any of these other chest runes would be worth using. Is it just me? Tell me in the comments. Is Flagellation just too strong? Maybe not in Phase 1 at 25 when it's on a 1 minute cooldown just attached to Blood Rage, but once you get Berserker Rage, that's absolutely nuts. But Warbringer still will have its place, and quite honestly, in PvP, it probably would be tough to decide between the 25% damage or being able to charge and remove all your roots and everything. And then finally, Raging Blow. So firstly, it's a ferocious strike that deals 100% weapon damage, but can only be used while in Rage, Berserker Rage, or Blood Rage is active. Now, if you're using Consumed by Rage, this should count as an Enrage effect, as many warriors told me in the comments of the actual warrior video that went out last week. So you should be able to use Raging Blow almost on cooldown. But you're like, wait, what about when you're enraged? Okay, so if we look at that, if you're not familiar with vanilla and you've been playing things like Wrath of the Lich King, you've probably forgot that Enrage only procs when you're the victim of a critical strike. So if you're in a PvE encounter and you're DPSing as Fury, you need something hitting you and hopefully critting you, so you're actually going to be able to get Enrage up. And if we get rid of some of these talents, you can see at level 25, you'd only be able to get 1 point in it anyway. So you're having to go very deep in Fury, possibly ignoring other important talents just to be able to get a 5% damage bonus for 12 seconds on the off chance you're a victim of a critical strike. Now, don't get me wrong, Enrage is an absolute must in PvP, but are you really going to go for Raging Blow in PvP? Probably not. Overall, though, the chest runes, I think Flagellation just blows everything out of the water to the point where it would be very difficult for me to actually want to even discover any other runes if I already had Flagellation. And then finally, moving us on to the legs, and these will be very quick because, honestly, they're actually quite boring. And let's start with the most boring, Furious Thunder. Thunderclap now increases the time between attacks by an additional 6% and can be used in any stance. Cool. Even though I said Furious Thunder was boring, in a recent little hotfix, they have actually increased the threat of it when you're using this rune by 50% as well. I really have got nothing else to say about it.